Could you hear me, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, nice. So welcome, and allow me to greet each and everybody on behalf of Affiliate Marketing 3.0. Thank you very much for listening to the previous disclaimers and your compliance adhering to them. My name is Gabriela, and it is my pleasure to be your host for this evening. Tonight, we are having questions and answer sessions on a live support call straight away from renowned trainers and rank leaders, tech experts. So I hope you have all your questions listed in your dedicated notebook, and I wish you that after this event, you will feel like it was so much worth it to join the call. As a community, we dream together, we learn together, and we grow together. Therefore, I encourage you all to feel free and invite your friends and teammates. Let us all benefit from this session. Before we dive in, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all our new guests joining us for the first time. And let me introduce you Carl and Shiba Joe, also Trishit, and they will be our experts for tonight. With that said, let's get ready to dive in. I encourage you all to stay engaged, take notes, and absorb as much value as possible. If you have questions, make sure to write them down, because tonight we are here to help you to get them answered. Now, without further ado, it is my absolute honor to introduce rank leader Shiba Joe. Joe, the floor is yours.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Q&A session. Feel free, start putting your hands up. We will do our very best to try and help you with whatever it is that you have an issue with or any questions that you have. We'll do our best to answer. So feel free to start putting your hands up.
Yes, and also we must see a human face on the camera, so please start your camera, and then I will ask you kindly to unmute. So, who is going to start the question? Oh, Sabine, nice. Hi, Sabine. I would kindly ask you to unmute and go ahead and ask your question.
Good evening. I follow up on a question we had in our group. So she's not online, so she came up after 4 hours, and the pending of PI, PY, QYC is still going on. Can you support that, Shiba? Shiba Joe?
I don't have a different answer at the moment. I've not had a chance to follow up from that message.
Well, she can't be online, so that's my follow-up of that. We'll keep
okay,
waiting.
no problem.
Yeah.
Quite happy with everything. Yes, there is a few Pi transactions that appear to be stuck at the moment. I've had one question me about it a few days ago. Are we going to pin Trishit?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. No questions. No questions. Can we have a nice short day today?
Please don't be afraid. There is no wrong question. Go ahead and ask. If somebody asks the question, it is possible that other people have the same question too. So please don't be afraid. There is no such thing as a wrong question. Let's grow together and learn together. That's why we are here today. Okay, our second question. Alexander, please start your camera and go ahead, and I will ask you to unmute. Please start your camera. Yes. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. I'd like to let me quote from the beginning. I hear me? Oh, I hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me quote. My question was relates to the stuff we discussed a week ago about USDTs. I entered the library, let's say it, this library, and delved into the topic. And the question arises, namely, without the official consent of Tether Limited, issuing tokens under the USDT symbol is not possible. It would be infringement of the company's rights and misleading users. I ask because USDT, what does it mean?
Hey, how are you?
It is US dollar
Awesome.
Tether. That's why the question is there any agreement between the Chavez company and Tether company? Because the latter is a single entity who is responsible for issuance of USDTs. It looks like our USDTs are not, real, because there is no agreement. At present, there are more than 70 USDTs on about 70 blockchains, but all they signed the agreement with Tether company. Is there any agreement between Chavez company and Teaser company? This was the first question. Later, there is a recipe. To issue USDT on the blockchain, one needs to 3 steps. First, enter into a formal agreement with Teaser Limited. Next, undergo technical and legal integration. And set, ensure transparent provision of these tokens with reserves. In case these measures were not performed, that means that our USDTs is like bookkeeper program, and not more. It's not real USDTs. So it looks like, excuse me, I am not, let's to conclude. It seems to me that our USDT isn't a real token, and as the dashboard of our site BitcoinCode.technology, those USDTs presented there should be changed, should be represented by another symbol like USDS, USDSZ, or SEF USDT. It's not real. Excuse me for my being sharp, perhaps. Sorry. Thank you.
Uganda, that does not this Q&A is a technical questions. That sounds like a legal question, and we have no knowledge of the legal processes behind the company. You'll have to ask that one directly to Chavez.
Excuse me, dear Carl, but it's you who are much more closer to Mr. Chavez, because a week ago you explained you and Mr. Shiba Joe, you compared our USDT with another esteemed USDTs on the blockchain like Binance, Ethereum, and the like. But as to me, after delving into the topic, it appeared to me that I encountered that there is no USDT, that our USDT isn't real. So,
Mr. Alexander, I would like to address that. Just give me a moment. So, every blockchain is a decentralized ecosystem. And using that ecosystem, many coins and tokens can be generated. So now we have BTCC as the fundamental coin of our blockchain. All our transaction gas fees and everything around BTC20 smart chain is calculated in BTCC. Is it correct?
Well.
Right. Now, when we do any sort of trading, we need to have at least a stable value so that we can compare it with the other assets, what we are exchanging with. So obviously, most of the blockchains like BEEP20, TRC20, maybe Polygon, all the blockchains have their own USDT. Now, how do you consider a stable coin of a blockchain legal and not legal? It is not about the legality. It is about the acceptance of a coin or token in the market. As of now, BTCC is not available on any exchanges. So your claims or whatever you are speaking of USDT can be said about BTCC as well. It doesn't matter. Right now, to have a exchange value, we have our own stable coin against which we can buy and sell BTCC. So for that reason, USDT was introduced on our blockchain. Now, not just USDT. If you explore the coins and tokens, there are several other coins and tokens as well. One of the leading team on WAS network, they have introduced their own coin. So would you consider that coin as illegal? No, it is not about legality. It's about acceptance. So that leader, he is using that coin to give away discount to their teams. And they are backing it up with a liquidity. So from their top account, they are whatever they are earning, they are keeping it as a backup of liquidity to, not today, not tomorrow, maybe when BTCC would be available in the open market, when we might go to exchanges or we might have a public utility of BTCC. At that time, if BTCC is accepted, USDT will also be accepted. It's not at all about legality. And it's a decentralized world.
But our USDT isn't real. It's a bookkeeping.
How do you say it's not real?
Because there is no agreement between the Chavez company and Teaser company.
It's a decentralized blockchain ecosystem that doesn't require any agreement.
No. I agree. But a lot of people, a vast majority of people, are misled by the fact they accept USDT on the site BitcoinCode.technology as another USDTs belonging to another blockchains. For instance, to BEEP20, ERC20, and the like. But there is crucial difference that our USDTs are simply a bookkeeping program result. They are not, well, I know that on the decentralized market, it's possible to invent your own coin, your own token, and it's at your will. But we are misled by the fact that you use the same label, USDT. For instance, you can sew jeans and glue up a label Levi's, but not till the moment you sell those jeans. But in our case, refunding seems to contains the procedure of selling from Chavez to us. Maybe I'm wrong. It's my humble opinion, but something goes wrong. Excuse me.
Right now, can you swap BTCC to USDT and USDT to BTCC?
Yes,
we can.
We can.
So if you are disclaiming USDT, you are disclaiming BTCC as well then.
No, BTCC. I'm sure that BTCC is minted. Is the special term, the special verb to mint, what means issuance. I'm sure that BTCC are minted on our blockchain, but I'm not sure that USDT are minted there.
So how for that technical explanation, we will of course require Chavez, but your point, it's not legal. I would really like to
dear Rashid,
disagree with that.
Dear Rashid, you have a close relationship, excuse me, with Chavez. Please take in mind this point, because seems to be that we are misleaded. A lot of people not having close relationship with crypto well are misled by the fact that our USDT differs remarkably, drastically from USDTs on other blockchains. Excuse me, once more. Thank you.
Points, and that might clarify or put your mind a little bit more at rest. Okay. As to your first assertion that it's not real, if you bridge in TRC20 USDT, does your asset disappear? No, it becomes BTC20 USDT. Therefore, it is real. And as Trishit said, can you swap them? It must be real. Yes, you can swap them in and out. So it must be real in a sense of it doesn't just disappear. It's you could assert that no cryptocurrency is real because you can't touch it. It's a digital currency. So you have to accept in your mind that digital anything is real, even though you can't touch it. Now, as for legal, Chavez has told me on one of the leaders' Zooms with my team that he is working towards moving BTC20 from a tier 2 to a tier 1 solution. That means it will be coming closer to going on to multiple platforms. Okay? And that will make it even more real. And if that's going to happen, it's got to be legal because it'll be traded between different platforms. So I have no problem with the fact that at the moment we can't move outside of our blockchain, but in a legal sense, it will be doing that once we're on multiple platforms.
Yes, thank you very much for the explanations. Wonderful. Thank you very much for the questions. So, yes, next person, Doors. Yes, I believe. Yeah, I believe I said it correctly. Please go ahead and unmute and ask your questions. I would kindly like to remind you that one question per raised hand.
Yeah, good evening. In March, I sent a ticket to tech support to correct my Dodo wallet address, but up to now, nothing has been done about it because it was listed, but it was listed to an unknown wallet address. I don't know where that address came from.
Mr. Dawes, what do you mean by you got a different wallet listed? Is it so?
I don't know because I checked. I think it was supposed to be to use the MetaMask address for Dodo. That's correct.
It is Yeah, I mean, not MetaMask, but any Web3 wallet address, yes.
Yeah, but the address is not MetaMask, is not Ethereum. I don't know where it come from. The one I see in Dodo right now.
Where do you see on Dodo?
The address I'm seeing in Dodo is, well,
To access Dodo, we need to connect a wallet. So you would be already having that wallet.
yeah, I'm not in Dodo right now, but I have it written down. What
Were you using a Connect wallet, or did you create a smart account?
Let me. Can I?
Perhaps you should share screen and show.
Yeah, let me share the screen. Let's see here. Let me go to.
Because you are connecting, in order to operate Dodo, you have to be connected to a wallet, and that can only be connected to a wallet that is active either in MetaMask or on whatever other wallet you have there.
Yeah, let me see. Do you see it?
Not yet.
Okay, let me put share. Share. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay.
So click connect.
Connect. I use this smart.
There you go.
And connect. What happened here? Let's send me back to this here. It doesn't give me the.
Your OTP pop-up seems to drop off the screen.
Yeah,
you seem to have a very large display setting at the moment. Maybe you're losing the ability to complete the login on your smart account because your screen is zoomed in too much.
Okay. How do I see?
On the three dots up the top right.
Okay. So on which one should I click here to minimize it?
You don't want to minimize, you want to change your zoom resolution with the three dots top right.
No, click on the three dots on the right-hand side, not the left. The right.
On the zoom, eh?
No, on your screen, on your browser.
Oh,
where it says verify, it's you.
Okay.
Click those three dots.
All right.
And then where's zoom? Zoom is like 2/3 of the way down.
Okay, zoom. Okay.
And just hit the minus.
Minus. All right.
Do it one more time. Okay, you're trying to create an index now. You don't want to create an index. Click the X. Connect wallet. Click on connect wallet underneath that.
Okay. The same thing again.
It's appearing still, but it took longer. Referring back to your question, you're trying to use a smart account. So the address is not a MetaMask address. It's your own personal smart account address.
Okay.
Now, given that the rest of your screen didn't change size, and it was already set to 100, I'm thinking that maybe your Windows screen size also needs to be adjusted to a more suitable. But irrespective of that, your issue seems to stem from the use of a smart account. And I don't think you know fully how to use a smart account. So I'm sure Joe's got one of his playlist entries for Dodo and smart account. I think you need to educate yourself some more on smart accounts.
Okay. Because they had sent me the tech support had sent me message saying that it was whitelisted. I said from the beginning they whitelisted the account.
Yes, the address that you provided, evidently you've logged into your smart account at some point and created that address. You've captured that address and you've used it, I presume, in buying your Dodo license. They have whitelisted that license. Okay?
Okay.
You now need to go back into Dodo and start using that address.
All right, I got you.
But
Is that
because
what
we
you've done?
can't, because we can't get you past the login process. All right.
Okay.
You need to learn how to do that properly. And again, we can't see everything clearly, and for some reason that OTP keeps disappearing off the bottom of the screen. And I can only see two things that could be causing that. The one that Chrome's not your default browser, or the resolution of maybe Windows is too intense.
I go in there so many times. Every time I go in there, I never had that problem. I don't know why I'm having it right now. Because when I click connect, now I have to put my email address and they'll send me a code, and I use that code and then I'll be in there.
Yeah.
But I don't know why it's acting like that right now.
Because you're trying to create a smart contract, a smart account.
Yeah, that's the one I always click. When I click it, and then the screen will come up asking me for my email address, and I put my email address. Then they send me a number, and I enter that number, and I get in. That's the way I do it.
It appears to be a Windows issue at the moment, not a Dodo issue. So something's changed on your browser or your Windows settings. That pop-up where you put that number in keeps disappearing.
Yeah, I don't know why. Okay.
But are you sure that it was a smart account address that you submitted for whitelisting and not a MetaMask address or a Phantom Wallet address? The address that you submitted for whitelisting for Dodo. Does it show on the WAS back office?
So go on the WAS so you can check.
No, I can't remember if it shows.
Okay.
Perhaps one. No, it doesn't. So you need to remember what wallet address you submitted to be whitelisted. Because we three here are assuming you submitted your smart account address, but you might have submitted your MetaMask address.
No, the MetaMask address is not showing in there. It's showing something totally different. And I look everywhere to see where that address is coming from.
That doesn't matter about the address that you see, because if you believe it to be the wrong one, then maybe it is. But the starting point has to be, do you remember where you got the address from that you submitted to be whitelisted? Because we can't trace where the address comes from. It either came from MetaMask, whatever other wallet you might have installed on your browser, or it'll come from the smart account, in which case we don't have access to check that without you being able to access the smart account. So the question is, do you remember where you got what address you submitted to be whitelisted? Did you get it from MetaMask, or did you get it from Phantom Wallet, or did you get it from the smart account?
Maybe from the smart account, because I'm not seeing anything from the Phantom or the MetaMask in there.
Well, because you're not choosing MetaMask. Share your screen again. Connect your MetaMask. I don't know if you did it in the past, but on here you haven't yet connected to your MetaMask. So click Connect Wallet, or click Connect. Click MetaMask. Now click on the MetaMask confirmation. Yeah, your screen settings are on like in your face. Just wait for it.
Okay.
Okay. So log in. Okay, now click on dashboard. No, dashboard. Where it says dashboard. Products dashboard. Next to the wallet address on the right-hand side. Dashboard.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Come on, let me move. Okay, click on the account, click where the MetaMask address is.
This here?
Yeah, click on that. Oh, click login. Confirm. Click confirm, that's it. Okay, well, this account doesn't appear to be a whitelisted account. Do you have any other addresses in MetaMask, or is it just this one?
Just this one.
You sure? Open MetaMask.
Let me just verify this one. MetaMask OXB. Yeah.
Okay, I just click on MetaMask at the top. No, the actual MetaMask. Yeah, click on that. Where it says Eugene, click that little drop-down arrow. Okay, so you've got two accounts. So you've got another account here. So click on that one, Thomas. Click on Thomas. Okay, now click on the screen. Now click on that address that's showing. Okay, I can't see the bottom of the screen, but there must be a log out option somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, log out. All right, now click connect again. MetaMask. Connect. Connect. Now click on the wallet address again. And then log in. Confirm. Okay, well, neither of those two addresses appear to be whitelisted addresses. So perhaps you've used a smart account address. I'm not sure there's much else. I've not got a smart account. I've not done one. So the other two are better off to help with that.
You need to connect to the smart wallet first to check. Log it out from you. Connect. Smart account by email.
So it doesn't.
Can you click on that X? It says default browser.
Default browser.
Just click on that X.
This one here?
Yeah. Let me get back to you,
Okay.
Mr. Doss.
All
Work on
right.
this.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much for the question. And yes, we would like to follow with Mitch, if I say it correctly. Please go ahead and start your camera because we must see a human face in order to move forward with your question, and go ahead and unmute. Please start your video, please start your camera and ask your question.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I speak.
We cannot see you.
Hello, everyone. I apologize. I speak French. I speak French. I don't speak English.
For French here.
I don't speak French. But I don't speak Greek. Okay. I have a question about Capital 3.0.
Yes. Bonsoir, monsieur. Posez vos questions.
Oui, voilà, en fait, oui, bonsoir, madame.
Mais
Alors,
lentement, s'il vous plaît. Non, lentement.
pardon?
Lentement, s'il vous plaît.
Lentement, d'accord. Excusez-moi voilà, en fait, voilà. Mon souci se situe au sujet. Donc, j'ai une question à propos de Capital 3.0.
Vas-y, vas-y.
J'ai effectué le premier vote, mais pas le deuxième.
Vous avez fait le premier vote. Un
Le
moment,
premier vote,
un moment.
oui, oui,
Est-ce que c'est
pardon,
possible de vous poser vos caméras?
pardon.
Nous pourrons bien voir vos visages.
Ah,
Oui,
pourtant j'ai
merci bien.
activé ma vidéo là, vous me voyez là, c'est bon?
Non, on n'est pas visible. C'est tout noir.
Oh, il y a un problème là.
Merci. The question is about Capital 3.0 and
Et pourtant, ma
about
caméra, je dois la activer.
first votation, something.
Ah, mince alors.
He's trying to put on his camera. I asked him for.
Thank you very much for the translation.
No, he's carrying on.
Oui, je reviens, je règle ça, je reviens.
Non, on ne peut pas le voir, monsieur. Mais
Là, vous me voyez, c'est bon là?
non,
Ah, il y a un problème là. Et pourtant, je vois qu'elle est activée.
ok.
Je vois qu'elle est activée. Donc, bon, je règle le problème et je reviens vers vous. Je peux? Est-ce que je peux régler le problème et revenir vers vous?
C'est trop vite, monsieur. Je ne comprends
Est-ce
pas.
que je peux rétablir le problème?
Qu'est-ce que vous pourrez faire pour solutionner?
Est-ce que je peux revenir? Oui, je règle mon problème et je reviens vers vous.
Alors, il faut de la communication. C'est là.
D'accord.
Si vous avez reçu le coupon pour allocation.
Oui, non, j'ai pas reçu justement, comment dire, je fais le premier vote, mais je n'ai pas fait le deuxième vote. Où il
He
fallait
hasn't done the
enregistrer,
second vote.
voilà, où il fallait enregistrer l'adresse Ethereum. J'ai bien créé donc mon portefeuille fantôme. J'ai fait le premier vote, mais je n'ai pas fait le deuxième. Et donc, quand j'essaie de faire la réclamation,
Attendez, monsieur, je crois, je reçois vos questions. He
oui,
didn't do the second vote, he made the first vote. So, can we answer him something?
That wasn't really a question.
He is just stuck. He does want to know whether he has to do something more with the second vote to be on Capital 3.0 active. He wants to know whether it's active.
ah,
We can
voilà.
see
Okay, the short answer is no. There is nothing else to do at the moment. If he's done his DAO vote, that's the first step. You can't do any further voting unless there's an active allocation in process.
Gotcha.
And we don't have an active allocation going at the moment. So he just
Gotcha.
has to wait till a next allocation, whether that's token 3 or a re-release of the ETH. There is, both of those are in the planning. You want to translate that?
I hope so. OK. Alors, la traduction de ça.
Oui.
Nous avons fait déjà, la compagnie a déjà fait 2 allocations.
Oui.
C'est bien probable que la 3e allocation, c'est ETFINA, encore une fois, ETFINA. Alors, pendant que vous, en espérant la prochaine allocation sur ETFINA, il faut espérer, il faut attendre. Oui?
Oui. Donc, j'aurais toujours la possibilité de faire une réclamation alors.
Doucement, calmement, monsieur Mich.
Oui. Oui. Donc,
Encore
je
une fois,
disais, est-ce que j'ai toujours la possibilité de faire la réclamation?
une réclamation.
Oui, la réclamation sur Edfina.
Vous avez encore la possibilité de faire l'allocation de votre token pour entrer au projet Précide des Capital 3.0.
D'accord.
C'est ça?
Oui, c'est ça, c'est exactement ça. Voilà, c'est ça ma question, oui, oui, oui.
Merci bien. Ça y est. That's it? OK? Next
Thank you,
question.
Sabine.
Thank you, Sabine. Thank you so much for the translation. And I would kindly ask you to translate the next question coming from Eduardo, because I believe that you were the one helping us out last time. So I kindly ask you to help us again. Eduardo, please go ahead and ask your question.
Looks like you just dropped off the Zoom.
I think
Oh,
he got shy, run away. Don't pick on me.
so let's continue with the end. And if Eduardo pops back up, then we will take his question.
I think Dia's next actually on the screen, isn't she?
Really?
Yeah.
Hola. Sabine, ¿puedes traducirme? Hola, Sabine.
I was muted, so I can't. Sí, te traduzco. Adelante.
Dile a Carl que me disculpe, pero me dijo que en 2 o 3 semanas me tenía información de el 30% del rango de Chiva. Es directamente con Carl.
It's a question to you, Carl, about a 30% of Shiba rank. Do you remember he asked you 3 weeks before?
Yeah. All those questions have either been passed to Nicholas, who looks after the support area, or directly to Chavez. They have been read, but beyond there, I have no conclusive progress. So it's just a waiting game at the moment.
Otra vez, Eduardo, querido, eso es una cuestión de paciencia. Él ha traspasado tu cuestión a un tal Nicolás, que está en el team de Chavez, y Chavez también lo sabe, y así también, cuestión de esperar, todo se arreglará.
Ok.
Ujú.
Bien. ¿Puede alguien corresponder sobre lo no elegible? ¿Para cuándo hay alguna fecha? En FINA. En ETH FINA.
Todavía no, porque si no lo hubiesen dicho ya, ¿no?
No sé.
Do you know some date to make the allocation for Edfina? Any date?
No, pero no elegible, no elegible. El problema es no elegible.
He is saying that the problem is he is not eligible with Edfina for claiming. Still.
It's an ongoing issue. We're waiting for resolution still as to why some people have not been getting their feedback processed. All right. So if you aren't eligible, and you've not done your feedback, make sure you do the feedback button. Make sure you put your correct Solana address in. Don't put your own Ethereum address back in. Some people are doing that. You put your Solana address in the feedback. If you have done it and it's still... All right.
Estoy leyendo tú, Sabine.
Necesitas poner tu dirección Solana. Necesitas llegar a un sitio donde haces un feedback a Edfina.
Es feedback.
Okay?
Feedback.
Un feedback.
Okay.
Y luego sigue. Yes, sorry, Carl, I can't. I have not a big brain. Carry on, please. It's possible.
Okay. If you have done your feedback with a Solana address and it's still not been corrected, Chavez requested that people do it again and note the time and date and then feedback to your upline or your sponsor so that he can check with a timestamp that Edfina are processing those requests or not. He gets a this is for everybody. He gets a report of all of those feedbacks, and people have been putting in silly things like the URL address out of the address bar from the browser. You've got to put the Solana address in, but he wants to check it.
Good. Bueno, Eduardo, hay
Sí,
una...
lo leí, Sabina, lo leí traducido al español, está bien.
¿Lo has entendido?
Sí,
Lo
sí,
haces 2 veces, ¿ok?
muy bien. Thank you, Carl.
Trata de poner y también escribes el momento exacto cuando hiciste la segunda request. La
Okay,
segunda pregunta a Edfina porque sabes va a verificar todo esto.
okay,
Con
muy bien.
Vale.
Thank you, gracias.
That's all. ¿Me puedo ir?
Sabine, thank you very much for the translation. And Eduardo, thank you very much for the question. Our next one is Ian. Please go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
Gabriella,
Yes.
I think you may have scrolled on the bar because
Really?
for me, because for me, Dia is next. You've got Dia, Debbie, Downtown, Rashid, and then Ian.
I'm sorry, my list is different. Then I will proceed as you ask. So Dia is the next
Fine,
one.
as long as you've got them on your list. I'm just checking.
My list goes as Ian, Downtown, Debbie, Rashid, Dia, and Omar, Rachel, and so on.
Okay, no problem. As long as they're on there, it's fine.
Yeah, it's on the list, just the rows are different. So should we carry on?
Yeah, of course. Sorry for the interruption.
No,
Oh,
Okay.
no problem.
I'm Muno. Can I talk? Can you hear me?
This Dia,
Can you hear
please.
me? Okay.
Yes.
I signed up someone for LquidPay. She's in Laos, and we could not do the KYCs, and so anyone can help.
is working in Laos. LquidPay. I can paste the message on the chat if you allow me to. That we get from the.
I'm just trying to think if Laos is on the exemptions list or allowed list. Is that one of the sanctioned countries?
It is on the country that you can do KYC.
Okay.
So
We'll have to check that and revert to you, Ria.
you're gonna check and get back to me.
It will. Let me see if I can revert to you.
So I just wait to hear from you, Shashi.
Yeah, you faded out, Trashit.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
We lost your volume for a moment.
Dia, you have my contact details, so I'll drop you a message on WhatsApp.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for the question, Dia. So I would like to follow, as my list goes, to Ian. And please go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
Hello, everyone. Before my question, I just wanted to comment on the gentleman who was talking about USDT. It's a good issue and a good point that he brought up. How do you know if something is real and something is valid, right? Wrapped BTC is not BTC. It's not Bitcoin, right? People stake Bitcoin to create a proxy for Bitcoin, so you can move Bitcoin, through other blockchains, right? When Bitcoin first came into existence, there were no stable coins, right? So there wasn't even a USDT, a USDC, various stable coins. So in those early days of Bitcoin, it was difficult to even swap Bitcoin for dollars, right? And I mentioned this last week, I believe, that is the significance of Bitcoin Pizza Day, is that point at which you could take Bitcoin and exchange it for something physical, right? So, you do have a point, sir, that how do you know that USDT, BTC20, is equivalent to USDT ERC20 or on Polygon or on Base or whatever? You don't really know that because it's not yet in the open market, right? But we are exchanging value, as Carl kind of alluded to, right? You're exchanging the value of TRC for BTC20. And until we go into the market, which will be very different, and I'm sure people will have quite a shock, because once you're in the market, everything changes, right? Price fluctuations, traders trading, buying and dumping large amounts, all of these price things, we'll be subject to. So we are in the early stages. And yes, you don't know this for sure. No one does, but nobody knew with Bitcoin either. People are still discovering what Bitcoin is, right? And the ones who are discovering what it is, some of them are buying hundreds of millions and in the billions, right? So we're in a period where certain things haven't taken place yet. And a blockchain is not like Pi, it's not like Dodo, where it's trading. This is an ecosystem, a layer, and that takes time. And so you are correct that there has to be some belief, but there has to be belief in any token, in any fiat currency, or it doesn't work, right? So certain things will happen in time, and we'll